What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions. In today's reaction video, I am once again going to be checking out a band for the very first time. And that band is called Alleviate. And honestly, going into this one, I really don't know anything about this band. I first heard their name about a week ago, and I was told that this is actually like a super group of sorts. But when that person told me the names of the members of this band, honestly, I didn't recognize any of them. Now, whether that's something I should be ashamed of or not yet, I don't know, but there is a lot of music in the world, so there's probably a good chance I just haven't run across their other bands yet. But these guys formed in 2020 during the pandemic. They all got together to try something new, and they were very quickly signed to a rising empire. Now, specific sound-wise on this one, don't really know what we're going to get. I'm assuming if we're going broad umbrella here, it's going to be metal, but specifics, don't really know. Could be metalcore, deathcore, genty sounding, technical, no idea. And since I don't know anything else, let's just jump into this video. I will link this original video in the description below. And today, for the very first time, I'm going to be listening to Alleviate and watching the brand new music video for their song, Broken. Let's go! Jesus. Oh, okay. Deathcore? Deathcore, anybody? Hold, we're just going again. I mean,
I'm left alone with broken bones. Let down to the ground, far away from life. When it's buried down on me. In my eye, whispering the truth.
really quick before we keep going on. So I know I headbanged my ass off through that whole part and I didn't see anything. But just listening, man, there's some technical stuff going on. The riff itself was more metalcore, a little bit of genty stuff in there, but you've got some pick scrapes going on. You've got some pinch harmonics going on. Like, that was really cool, man. I think this is going to be a little more technical than I would have imagined, but that voice is fucking brutal and I don't recognize it. So let's pay more attention to the actual video and continue. That clean vocal tone sounds a little familiar, but it is pretty on par tonally for this style of stuff. So that could just be all it is. This is fucking ridiculous. Just from this sound alone, I bet Nick Nocturnal was all over this. I bet he already has a reaction to this up. So what I've noticed so far that's standing out is that there's no bass player in this video. Now, that doesn't mean there's no bass player in the band. They may not have had him for the video, but I just see drummer, 2 guitars, 2 vocalists. Pretty cool, man. In terms of the gear we've seen already, I did get a great look on one of the shots of the drummer. Definitely playing a DW drum kit. DW is Drums Workshop. But for the cymbals, I haven't seen anything yet. And some of the finish on it looks kind of interesting. Like it's nothing I really recognize. So maybe there's a chance it's a company that I haven't seen in a while or I'm not familiar with. This might be one of those things I'll look up in the editing and throw it in here. But love the work he's doing. Tonally, it sounds fantastic. I like some of the drum fills that have been getting thrown in and stuff like that. And then in terms of one of the other guitars, I only have one of them right now for sure. But it's an Ibanez RGD. Has to be a 7 for this. And I believe it's one of their Axion labels because I did notice that it's a multi-scale and it looks like it has the Fishman ceramic Fluence pickups in them. And Ibanez has some of the newer Axion label stuff from them that is multi-scaled and it does have the Fishman stuff in them. They're really cool guitars, man. The Axion label from Ibanez sometimes gets confused for like a lower end, but it's not at all. The Axion label from Ibanez is more like modern metal stuff. Like they're making stuff that's more for like, you know, metalcore and deathcore and stuff like that. That's why you see a lot of the Fishman Fluence pickups in it, multi-scale instruments, stuff like that. They're really great instruments, man. I'm going to have to double check, but from what I've seen in this video, that looks exactly like what it is. And I'll keep my eye on the other guitar player. I haven't figured out exactly what he's using yet, but I'm really, really liking this so far, especially the balance between the harsh vocals and that clean chorus that came in. Oh. Musically, the mix on this is so fucking cool, man. There's little subtle things that are in here that I'm hearing that are just really rad. The most noticeable is the piano. I think that's going to stand out to a lot of people, even though it's not overbearing in the mix, and it's a really, really good touch. There's a lot of electronics and stuff in the background too that are somewhat buried, but they're still in there to give it enough. And then in that chorus, I believe, if I'm not crazy and mistaken, I heard another fairly clean guitar tone playing something underneath all of that too that sounded really cool. This is rad, man. Musically, this is more than I was expecting today, for sure. And now I'm really curious to know what other bands these guys are in and if I've been missing out on a lot of other music that I would probably like. So, sounds like we're getting to a bridge part. I'm not feeling a solo in this one. I'm feeling breakdown. But who knows? We've already been getting a lot of breakdowns. I think I fucking did something to my neck when I was headbanging in the beginning there, man. All right, let's go with this bridge. Oh, that was sick. Can we go back and appreciate that again? I mean, that was some good gutturals right there. Oh. I'm so blown away by that whole outro to that song, man. That's why I'm sitting here like... That whole outro, I was thinking in my head, this band has the potential to be fucking gigantic. Oh, okay. German band. Has to be a German band. They're on a rising empire. Mirko Witzki did the video. German videographer that's done a lot of stuff. This has to be a German band. I'll be shocked if it's not. Let's go talk about it. I absolutely loved every single thing about that, man. And before I get into saying what I want to say, I do want to kind of point out, we're living in a time right now where there are a shitload of bands that do sound similar to this. So if you're writing music like this, you have to be unique. You have to stand out. And I think this band does a great job of that, man, especially vocally. Their harsh vocalist has a very, very unique tone, even for a lot of the other like deathcore and metalcore that I listen to. And I love the inclusion of the clean choruses on that, man. It's a really good balance. And then musically, I loved, again, everything that was going on. The tones were fantastic on the guitars and drums. There definitely was bass in there, even though there wasn't anybody in the video. So either they do have a bass player and he wasn't there, or one of the guitar players probably just tracks it in the studio, and if they play live, they'll probably just have tracks for that. But man, this was really cool. This was way more than I expected, man. And this is the fun thing about doing these first-time reactions to bands that I'm not familiar with, because it's going to go a few ways. I'm either going to love it, I'm going to be indifferent, or I'm going to hate it. That's it. So luckily today, I absolutely loved it, man. And I'm kind of bummed that there's only 2 songs as of right now from what I read. I'll have to go back and check out the other one, and hopefully we get like an EP or a studio album from these guys sometime soon, because I'll tell you right now, based off that one song, I would absolutely go buy anything these guys put out. Now, if you guys are new to this band as well, check the description below. I'll link all their social media and all that stuff so you can give them a follow and keep up to date with what they're doing. See if they have album announcements, tour dates, stuff like that. Because as of right now, like I said, I don't think they have anything else out. Otherwise, I would put links to those as well. So for now, go give them a follow on social media. Give them some support. So thank you very much for watching. If this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release new videos all the time. Subscribing is free, and it helps my channel out a ton. If you liked this video, I would greatly appreciate the like, as it also helps the channel. But if you disliked it, you're free to dislike it, man. No problem. However, now that YouTube turned them off, nobody's going to even know you disliked it, except for me, of course. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord server that a ton of us hang out on regularly. I have a Twitch where I do everything from video games to bass playing, tech work, live reactions, all that stuff. So if you're interested, I'll throw links to that stuff in the description as well. My handle on everything social media is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.